Hello all, it's me again. I wanted to do one more little informative thing on asexuality that I thought would be interesting and I haven't really seen it done before and I thought it might be helpful. So I'm a grey-heteromantic. I believe I'm always finding out new things. I'm a grey-heteromantic asexual. That means I'm not sexually attracted to anyone and I'm rarely romantically attracted to the opposite sex. And by rarely, I mean I had two crushes once and they might have not really been love interests at all and I might have totally misinterpreted. I really don't know. With me, I always found girls pretty attractive and really easy to talk to, and I always wanted to get to know people that seemed cool. So to me, it felt like I wanted to get to know girls and maybe I wanted to be romantic, but when I tried out dating in that, it turned out I just liked making good friends. I just liked hanging out with good people. And that's what worked best for me, making friends and hanging out with cool people. I made a lot of friends, actually. Anyways, fact of the matter is, I tried out dating. I've done surprisingly a lot of dating, considering that I'm like 10 or so steps shy of a romantic, not being romantically attracted to anyone. I'm gray hetero, so I'm in between heteroromantic, being attracted to the opposite sex romantically, and aromantic, not being attracted at all to the opposite sex. I mean, so I've dated a lot considering that. So I know a lot of asexuals try out dating, and you see a lot of videos for tips on dating, but you don't see any videos for tips on dating if you're asexual. What gives? So I thought, I have a bit of experience in that, maybe I could give some tips. So here's my tips on trying to date when you're asexual. Okay, so tip number one, fully understand your orientation before you try to date. Asexual is a very broad word. It can mean a lot of different things. So you could be gray asexual, which means you're sexually attracted sometimes. Or you could be like me, gray heteromantic, which means you feel like you could maybe be romantically attracted, or you're romantically attracted to sometimes, but not very often. So you're sometimes better off on your own. And you're in between. So or you could be panromantic or whatever. You could be countless different things. So you have to figure out what you are first, what you actually want first, get your goal in mind, and then go get it. It's horrible if you don't know what you are and you just go blindly, because if you don't know your exact orientation and exactly what you want, you're not going to get what you want. You're going to get something else that's not going to be fun, and it's going to be kind of crummy. It's going to be crummalicious. So you have to know what you want, or have a fairly good idea, as good as idea as you can get, and then go try to get what you want. So tip number one, understand your orientation as best as you can before you give it a go. Tip number two for trying to date when you're ace. So tip number two is, do not compare yourself to others. Your brothers or your sisters might be married with countless kids. Every second person you meet might be in this loving, wonderful relationship. Every single Hollywood movie ends with a big old kiss smackaroo. You cannot compare yourself to those other people or those idolized fantasies. Compare yourself to you. Do what's best for you. Dating takes time. It's slow. It's hard. Go at your pace. Don't compare yourself to other people, or else you'll always feel second grade. Do what's right for you. Never compare. If you start to compare, you're just going to stop having fun. Tip number three for dating when you're an ace. Dating sites seem very promising when you're ace. Probably because we care more about personalities and personal interests. And in a dating site, there's this big old profile that says everything the person is interested in. And that idea seems appealing. But there's a lot of crummy dating sites. Like tons of crummy dating sites. So if you want to give dating sites a go, before you join any, if you have one that you're interested in, read reviews on it. Doesn't take that long, just takes a couple minutes. Read a lot of reviews on it. Because the site sucks, it's going to have bad reviews. And don't take the ads of the site trying to sell it, because every site's going to make itself look good. So read reviews, Find out the site that actually sucks and don't use that one. There are asexual related dating sites, though I heard they're not that active. But the point is, read up on a site before you decide to use it. Read up on a site. Tip number 4, have secondary goals. You know, it can be frustrating if you're trying really hard to date and you're not getting anywhere. So you should be doing something fun at the same time so it still feels like you're being really productive. Like, if you like to read, join a book club. You could still meet people, hang out with people, get to know people, and read awesome books. Or join a writer's club, or join the gym, or go to the dog park. Be proactive. Get out of the house. Have fun. Do fun stuff. Go to the theater. Watch a movie. You know, that's the main thing. You gotta have fun. Life's not supposed to be crummy. Have fun. And, you know, tip number 5, if you manage to somehow miraculously get in a relationship, which is a lot more hard than people make it sound, be honest. Say exactly what you want. And don't ever lie. Tip 6, if you get too focused on dating, you start to ignore the little things like other people that could possibly be awesome friends. Remember, just because someone doesn't click with you on an emotional level, romantic-wise, doesn't mean that person can't be awesome on a different level. I've met so many friends, it's been awesome, and I've never met the right person. I've just met a ton of awesome people. So that in itself is very rewarding. Do not ignore the people that do not fully click with you. If they seem fun, and if you enjoy hanging out with them, keep hanging out with them. It doesn't gotta be romantic, it's just gotta be fun. Play bingo, I don't care. Have fun. When you meet a friend, cling on to that friend. There is nothing wrong with the friend zone. The friend zone is awesome. I love the friend zone. Everybody keeps trying to get out of the friend zone. I keep trying to get into the friend zone. What's wrong with you people? So those are my tips. Oh yeah. And here's the most important tip. Here's the most important tip. Being alone longer is not failing. Failing is ending up in a crummy relationship with somebody you don't love. That's failing. So you're not failing if you're still alone. And with aromantic asexuals, that's awesome. That's what they want. So keep everything in hindsight. So tips. Be sure what your orientation is. Be iffy and look into dating sites, you know, read reviews and all that jazz. Do not compare yourself to others. Have fun. Go out and do fun stuff. Be honest in relationships. And know exactly what you want. Just be honest. And friends are nice. Make friends if you can. That's just as important as falling in love, if not more important. And for some people, falling in love doesn't matter at all. You know, if you're a AA and all. So anyways, those are my tips for dating if you're asexual. So I've done a lot of dating. I eventually figured out what I wanted. And ironically, it was to not date and just make friends. All that dating for nothing. Entire years of my life gone. No. But I still had fun. Sometimes. No, I still do. Sometimes. Anyways, maybe that was helpful. Maybe that wasn't. If you want to learn more about asexuality, there's great sites like Aven, AVEN, and as I mentioned, there actually are dating asexual sites. Who knew? So, once again, hope this was helpful. Catch you on the fly.